Good afternoon, I'm Daniel Miller and this is Outriders. My dear friends, we are having some serious issues in here. I apologize for this. I can see we have quite a few viewers on various platforms, and I was running a chat session there with our community in order to make up for the time, and I'm not sure what's causing it. The Outriders demo is not connecting to the server, and that's been persisting now during the last hour. So I tried that several times before, and it seemed to work perfectly, and for whatever reason that's been gone by the mayor, it just didn't work out. So I'm not sure what the cause of factor is. If you bear with us, I'll try to find out on Twitter and Reddit whether they're running maintenance or something else, which obviously might be a possibility. And we need to see if that's causing trouble. So just stay with us, and we are going to be carrying on with Outriders demo here on PlayStation as soon as possible. And I think some of our community members will also join us. We look forward to that. So we've had our streams of Outriders on Xbox so far throughout last week, and everything went perfectly, but we did have a maintenance period on Friday which was seriously interfering with our broadcast, and it was also thrown in out of the blue. So I'm not sure that the same thing is happening today, but we'll find out very shortly, and obviously I'll tell you as soon as I get some information. So just stay with us. We still have Outriders here live on the channel, and as soon as we get extra info, we'll crack on and I'll inform you about all that in detail. So stay with us, we'll be back very shortly. Well, I did get some information from Square Enix. Out of the blue, the developer decided to run a maintenance at 2 o'clock PM, and they said the maintenance was going to be very short, between 5 and 15 minutes, and we are still waiting for that to be fully operational. So, as it stands, for everyone watching, if you're curious about what's happening, you need to go to status.outriders.net. I'll repeat this again. It is status.outriders.net, and you will get the information. They have a live service in there indicating whether the core components, multiplayer and Square Enix membership are indeed operational. So I'll write this down on the chat. So basically it's status.outriders.net, which you need to access. So it is this. So if you click on that, I left the link on the chat, you will be able to get further information. So we'll just wait, we'll keep, I think considering this started with the maintenance at 2 o'clock, we should be able to access the service very, very shortly. And, we're just left to that waiting period. There's nothing else we can do. And quite frankly, it brings us back to the awareness that some community members were bringing to us a little while back. And you have people who are not that keen on live service games because they think if the live servers are not active, they're sort of experiencing a technical issue, then nobody can access the game, which is the case with Fallout 76 and with games like Destiny, The Division. Unless you access the servers, you can't play the game. So that's just the fact. But as we know, the new games, the new gen games are indeed run through live services. So there's no way back really. The old games will stay exactly as they were. So stay with us. We are going to be getting updates and hoping to get some further information from Square Enix in order to tell you how soon we can start our activity. We are going to be doing Outriders today on the PlayStation, which means we'll build our character and start from scratch. I don't think that the cross save has been fully activated yet. We'll find out as we go along, obviously, and I'm hoping to get some of our community member friends to come in as well and everything else. So, stay with us, we'll be back shortly. I can see lots of people are popping in and I guess it must be also to do with the fact that everyone's really anxious as to why the game's not operating, what's basically happening in there, and we can see the issue is with Square Enix and with People Can Fly. People Can Fly is the developer of Outriders, and they're conducting a maintenance stroke patch session. So let's see whether we are going to be getting access now. So I'm hoping that it will be possible. Are we getting in is the question. No, it's still not operational. Just want to say to everyone, in the meantime, whilst we're waiting for the connectivity to be fully enabled, you can head to my Twitter, and I have posted quite a selection of screenshots which I've taken during my Outriders demo gameplay, and they are basically covering the very early stages of the game. We have the full prologue there covered, and the screenshots end with us meeting Shira after 31 years of stasis and discovering that she's a different character. She's no longer a rookie, and she's a battle-hardened veteran and rather tough looking and commanding officer. So altogether we are trying to document all our online activity, and we also are looking forward to being able to engage with our community members in multiplayer today. I know that several did volunteer and several did say come in, but presently we're still waiting for the service to become active as squareness, and people can fly are conducting a maintenance session. The maintenance session should have ended at 2:15, so I'm not sure really what the reason for this is, but it's possible that the new patch or the new update which has been introduced is not going to be working properly, and therefore just sent us to waiting. So just stay with us and we'll carry on. As I said, in the meantime, you can go to my Twitter, have a look at screenshots that cover the initial status of the game for anyone who's quite curious about the game and wondering what the game actually looks like. Visually, these screenshots are captivating us quite well, and you can just have a look at that. Quite frankly, I really enjoyed the gameplay so far. It's been very, very enjoyable and very exciting. So, very, very lovely characters, massively open world, and generally a game that I certainly will be playing on its first day of release. Right, so we'll just hang around for a little while and see whether the connectivity from the service is going to come up. And I'll provide you with additional news as soon as they're up to my desk. So stay with us, and we'll be monitoring the connectivity.
Today, we shall see victory! A great new altered fights at our side! I feel a storm cloud coming down today.
The anomaly should have killed us. But instead, it left us something more. Altered and Outrider. Only we can lead them to a future. Whatever we were before, we're something new now. We were given a second life. We can't waste it.
Correct, Command. You are clear to begin descent to surface. Copy. Disengaging. Initiating auxiliary thrusters. Command, we are 20 seconds to atmosphere breach. Initiate burn. Rotate and brake. Primary ignition, set to 30%. Rotating. We are engine first. Altitude 20,000 feet and falling. Hold on. We are getting interference. Switch to high gain antenna. Command, confirm signal strength. You're looking great, Podwan. Go for landing. Engines off. Pod 1 has landed.
Almost looks like home.
That's what worries me.
Well, boss, you ready?
Got my truck.
I want snipers at 3 and 6, multiple defense lines, and an operating base established within the hour. Move! Goodman, a word. You know the stakes of this mission. Flores is already half dismantled. Our engine's on its way down to power a city of 500,000. Now, if these Outrider bozos hit pay dirt, you report to me first.
Sir, I'm only here to ensure proper procedure is followed.
We're not on Earth, Shira. There is no proper procedure.
Listen up, Outriders. I know what you're all thinking. There's no going home. And no one has a clue what's waiting for us out there. But the ECA pencilheads can't greenlight this landing till we find their missing probes. So let's do our job!
And here we are, my friends. After all of that, finally we are getting somewhere. I need to get options. First of all, we need to adjust music, because music is so blasting loud you will not be able to hear a thing in here. We need to just put music on 1. I do apologize for this, because you know, I did not have a chance to be adjusting it. The demo's been there, downloaded, and we wanted to connect to the server in order to play the game already at 1 o'clock, but it's gone on for a long while. I don't know what the problem was. It's, you know, it's all to do with this maintenance which they mentioned, and I'm not sure as to why the maintenance took place. And probably some issues around harvesting. For anyone who played the demo during the last couple of weeks, you know that the developer was very concerned about very great number of people doing the open world exercises or activities, and therefore they were getting a lot of kit, a lot of gear, all of the sorts of things in there, and that would be then imported to the game once the game was released in April. And if you're looking at everything in April, you'd imagine that for the multiplayer there will be issues if somebody comes in from the beginning with top-notch gear whilst the other people are still grinding. Not sure really how this would work, because as far as I understand it, this game is not going to have the strictly speaking PvP area like in the Division or Destiny, and it probably would be interfering with the score, right? If one person has the best gear, the other 2 guys were brought in through matchmaking or maybe through a selection of friends, they would not have the best possible kit in order to contest the enemy. So one of them who's got the best kit would be getting the best score. So it could be seen as potentially unfair. I don't know, we'll have to see. I do know that the developer was concerned, and they indicated that they wanted to really cut down on it, and the patches last week and this week were very much to do with this. So where are we? Right, so first of all, a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining our Outriders stream. We've been streaming Outriders as part of DRBMiller Introducing for over a week, and I had some messages coming in last week saying, why are you constantly doing Outriders as DRBMiller Introducing? Because you could have just been streaming it outside of the introduction type of sessions. Well, the fact is, for me, this is a wonderful, wonderful game, and I loved everything I experienced. It's a wonderful sci-fi stroke FPS stroke RPG, and this is a game that absolutely brings out all I loved about Mass Effect and Anthem and Destiny, but in a very, very original fashion. We have a very good storytelling, and I think the world, the actual activities, are more similar to Anthem and Mass Effect than Destiny. It's interesting that lots of references in the online press were dedicated to Destiny more than the other 2, and I think probably to do with younger generation of writers, people who not played Mass Effect 14 years ago when it came out, and perhaps not followed the series as much. The overall flavor is a combination of the 3, but with a reference or referencing. I don't find any of it to be you know, like a rip-off or something that's been directly imported or snatched from other games. And lots of fierce battles, a lot of activity, which I think is best resolved in multiplayer. Also, you have many difficulty levels. World tiers could go up to about 30, so as you're progressing, you can be increasing or decreasing the difficulty level depending on what activity you are going to be entering. The basic rule of thumb is greater the world tier, better the loot, and I think lots of hardcore veterans of FPS will tell you that they really like the idea and they'll do it on the hardest difficulty level. The good thing is you're not unlocking the level 30 straight away, so it'll be based on your overall activity, on your effort, on your dedication to the game and everything else, and I think that in itself is definitely what I wanted to see from the beginning. So right, I'm not going to tell you anything about the story, just in case if you were popping in for the first time. And I was surprised to see that so many people were watching the well, the stream initially, because you've seen the original screen, the loading screen, and we had a maintenance today, and the maintenance was obviously affecting everyone else who wants to play. But it's interesting, I've received no messages on chat on any platform, so people just waited to see whether I was able to get in, I guess, more than anything else, because, you know, a lot of people are aware of the maintenance sessions unless it's being advertised in advance. So we had this with Destiny and, you know, The Division and other games. To be fair, Bungie and Ubisoft, they always advertise their maintenance hours well in advance, but as this is a work in progress, this is a demo, we are getting kind of delayed messages. I believe that they did post a message on the Twitter, People Can Fly, that there will be one taking place today, but the difficulty will be the patch. The patch was taking a lot longer than what they expected, and then I did receive a message which was in-game as well when I checked it earlier today. I checked it before 12 o'clock. He did say that the maintenance was going to be between 1 o'clock and 1:15. Not 2 o'clock and 2:15, but actually it was protracted. It did last more than 50 minutes. Right, cut long story short, I told you earlier I have quite a few screenshots that are based on our gameplay so far. All of them been posted to Twitter. I did post quite a few of them today. They really kind of end with us meeting Shira as we enter the chapter 1, and then I'll be posting another batch tomorrow with more activities. I've taken many screenshots. All of you who are familiar here with my streams will know that screenshots are part and parcel of our community building process, because lots of people who like certain games, they are very visual, they look for screenshots and in-game activity on Twitter in particular, and this is how you make new friends, new contacts. This is how you bring people in. Incidentally, some of the most popular games like Warzone have the very best response, and I can tell you that there have been loads of responses to some of my screenshots from Warzone recently. I was very, very surprised. We had one top esports player contacting us and congratulating us on our big win on Friday. We've had another game yesterday which was, I mean, honestly, 2 inches away from victory, and what we did was we opened fire too early, and the team that attacked us from actually the down below position flanked us, and they did the attack marvelously. 2 of our teammates were in an elevated position. They were holding the upper ground. They could see everyone, and the zone was actually working in our favor as the enemy walked towards us. So my problem was I used my M60 on one of the guys, and it just, the hits didn't register. He was walking towards me, he was very, very close, and for whatever reason he didn't take enough damage to be on the ground. So anyway, yet another interesting selection of screenshots to come from Warzone today, and hoping to get more responses from our friends worldwide. So thank you all for supporting us and for watching both our streams and screenshots, and it's great to see that people are making these bonds, because, you know, outfits in our games through cosmetics and various reward packs and things we can purchase will obviously make us look very interesting and therefore more connectable. If you look exciting in the arena where you have a social hub, like in Destiny you have the tower, when you spot somebody, you might want to talk to them, when you ask them where they got outfit, what's the weapon they're having on them, etc, etc. So it's the first kind of port of call for those people to be connected, and certainly I think there is a lot of value attached to certain outfits and cosmetics compared to what's usually debated through social media, which is based on microtransactions and the expense, right? I mean, it depends on the game. With certain games you will have perhaps more emphasis on microtransactions, and then you will see, for instance, the games like Apex, I guess they balanced out the best of the two worlds. On one hand you can do lengthy in-game grinds, and then on the other hand you can be getting some stuff if you wanted to purchase them straight away. So, you know, if you want to be grinding, carry on, but just the grinds need to be also reasonable. I think the recent introduction of the kind of premium packs or premium skins did seem to be a bit too difficult, because for each one of them, in order to get the anniversary pack that will give you an entitlement to claim one of them, and there were 24, would require yourself opening 500 loot boxes, and quite frankly 500 loot boxes, I mean, how many do you open per game? Maybe 10, 15, you know, approximately. So think about it, that would be what, 50 different games, and that is slightly over the top. And there have been some words of concern raised, I think, through Reddit and Twitter, as well as I've heard Jeff asking the game director, well, where are these packs? Because I've been like grinding it, and I played like loads of games and managed to get no packs. And then I don't think he explained in that interview, if I'm not mistaken. He kind of kept it a bit quiet, but I did see it on at Twitter and on various other online hubs where they clearly explained this is the way to do it. So you can either purchase it. I tried 16 pounds, I think it was, for 2 packs to cover all the 24 skins, or indeed you could just keep grinding with 500 per piece, and 500 per piece is quite a few, and that indeed would have taken a long while. So let me see if our friends are ready to join us, because I think Spurs wanted to join us, and let me just see. Okay, I think, let me see whether Spurs will want to join us, whether his download is fully done. I think perhaps not, but we'll wait, and we'll need to do the prologue first. So, coming back to Outriders, this game will come out in April, and if all goes well, if there aren't any difficulties with its online services, the game's been performing really well on Xbox. I played it literally throughout the week, so I'm quite curious to compare. And we had no major crashes, no major glitches, no major technical issues, but I have to say the frame rate was not particularly good. It did feel quite choppy at times, also during cutscenes. I've seen people reported that cutscenes was a bit shaky. I didn't have any of that on Xbox, so I'm not sure whether they already eradicated the problem or whether it's been there during the first couple of days. The frame rate was not good enough, and this is what they will need to work on. I think also with the multiplayer, I did have some issues with rubber banding and you know, the frame rate dropping even more. Could be to do with maintenance speed, but at the same time I've seen the problems persisted with people on fiber and those who were playing it on next-gen consoles. So although maybe I'm experiencing it to a greater degree, still the problems are there, and therefore the developer needs to look into this. So I would advise the developer, People Can Fly, the former developers of Gears 4, you do not need to release the game early. So if you have these problems, you get feedback on Reddit from everyone that they're experiencing rubber banding and frame rate drops. You have got to make sure, that the game is polished and it works properly, because your game is amazing. Okay, this game is a jaw dropper. It's going to be the biggest surprise hit of this year. It's massive. It has a wonderful immersive storytelling and open world, lovely characters, fantastic animations and graphics and designs. I mean, really, it's mind-boggling that the company was able to do it so successfully with so little budget and, you know, such limited resources. And I really want the game to succeed. Please do not make the same error like Anthem Team, where the game basically was killed on its release. And a game that is also wonderful, terrific battle sequences, great storytelling, and didn't perform technically, and therefore that really affected everyone, as we've seen with other games. Fallout 76 had the same problem at launch, and Cyberpunk 2077 still dealing with those issues. The game released far too early, very similar to Anthem in that respect, and suffering all sorts of problems, inclusive of their disappearance from the store platforms. They've gone from PlayStation, so if you wanted to play Cyberpunk on PlayStation, you simply couldn't, because you can't actually purchase the game. Right, so let's have a look at all that this game has to offer. We are starting from scratch. I'm still not getting any messages from my friends, hoping that Spurs and Sukapupu will join us at some point, but they may be also doing prologue, so that's exactly what we will do. The other thing I forgot to tell you is this game is going to both cross-save and cross-platform. I'm not sure whether cross-save and cross-platform is accessible on the demo, right? Stand corrected. Cross-platform is accessible on the demo. I know that, but I'm not sure whether cross-save is, because when I've entered the game, the game didn't ask me to import, you know, from the Square Enix account, so I'm not sure. We'll see. Doesn't matter. It is going to be enjoyable as it is, and we'll just crack on. So we'll start a new game. Most of the original Outriders died in the Caravel's explosion in Earth's orbit, which basically created a kind of doomsday on Earth, and therefore people had to migrate to other planets. Quite excited to try it on PlayStation 4. It's for the first time we're doing a demo on 2 separate consoles, but you know, it's fitting as this is one of the best games, potentially best games of the year, and I love the game. I really enjoyed my gameplay so far.
Outrider Alpha, do you copy?
This is Alpha Actual.
Damn atmospherics are messing with the radar. Can't get a lock on approach.
Negative, HQ. Our systems are all functioning. We'll set up camp further up.
We're putting the camp for further instructions.
HQ, can you repeat? Getting some kind of interest.
I'm gonna scout ahead on foot. Need to stretch my damn legs.
I'll take point. Don't need to see you get eaten on day 1.
Relax, Outrider. You don't owe me anything.
Cap, I wouldn't be here without you. I'd be buried in the ashes back home.
All right. Let's move out. Stay sharp. Watch our 6s.
Okay, so what I do need to do is I need to look at I need to look at options. We need to increase brightness somewhat. First of all, look at audio. Okay, gameplay. Enable crossplay on. Good. Show privacy. The language subtitles. This needs to be off. And then what else? I think that's going to be better than anything. Alright, so if anybody else wants to join us, pop us a message on Twitch and we'll try to bring you in. That is if you're one of our community members. If you're brand new, I'll have to vet you because we are live on Twitch. We have strict channel rules aligned with Twitch policy. We run a family-friendly channel, so you have to go through the process of becoming a friend, doing a bit of gameplay, confirming live on air that you're abiding by the rules, and then obviously you can bring you into our community. If you want to join our community, you can, but it's different if you want to be a live on air participant.
Would you smell that air? I can't even process breathing air that doesn't smell like a burnt carburetor.
I didn't mind the air back on Earth. I was used to it.
Trust me, you'll get used to fresh air too.
Truth is, none of us should even have gotten off Earth.
Survivor's guilt. You think any one of us isn't feeling it?
It's not just that. If the Caravel's engine hadn't exploded back on Earth and killed most of the real Outriders with it, there wouldn't be a bunch of mercenaries down here in their place.
I hired you because you don't let anything get in your way. We'll make camp here. Outrider, set a beacon flag. Let HQ know the area's secure. right, people. We got jobs to do. Cuthbert, Scarstead, set up a perimeter. I want fortifications going up within the hour. Jakob, you're field testing the munitions. Gutman, get your scanner up and running so we can find those damn probes. Outrider, a word.
As you can see, the initial part of our demo is a tutorial. It's beautifully embedded within the story, so we'll just carry on, follow instructions. Stop left is your radar. The usual control and command is, as expected. So let's see what our friend Captain Jack Tanner has to say.
Hey, no matter what happens out here, I need my best gun on this in case things go south. Can I depend on you?
Just tell me what to do, Cap.
Our weapons haven't been fired in nearly a century. Why don't you head over to Jakob and get your gear checked, and then be prepared to move out as soon as those probes are located. Any questions?
No word from Earth, I assume? It's really gone?
She went dark 15 years into our journey. More or less as predicted. ECA's confirmed no communication since.
Oh, shit. You know, I grew up a slumdog, fighting for scraps. Lost everyone, really. Long before the end. Doomsday just wasn't a thing I worried about. Hell, I wasn't gonna live past 20 anyway. Somehow. I was one of the ones who made it. Don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
As things go right, time's coming, you're gonna have to leave all that behind. This is a new beginning. You could have a family here. Build a cabin. Grow old and get fat.
Yeah, that's not me, Cap. Know my way around bullets, not kids. There's gonna be no need for someone like me here.
Maybe the old you, Outrider. But you're one of the chosen few. You get to build the future. Don't waste it.
Did any more of your people make it off Earth, Cap?
My brother. Almost. But no. They got him in cryo as we evacuated L.A., hoping we could stop the bleeding. But he was too far gone.
Oh, shit. Sorry to hear that.
I haven't had the time to think about it.
What about Sarah? She's good, right?
Yeah. My Sarah's up there. They don't wake her group for another 6 months, but I can wait. I didn't have a chance to tell you this and all the madness, but my little girl's pregnant. That's how I got her the seat.
It's a 2-for-1 special, huh? So that's why you've been in such a good mood since they unfroze your ass.
Don't push it, Outrider.
Yes, sir, Granddad, sir. Did any more of your people make it off Earth, Cap?
My brother. Almost. But no. They got him in cryo as we evacuated L.A., hoping we could stop the bleeding. But he was too far gone.
Oh, shit. Sorry to hear that.
I haven't had the time to think about it.
What about Sarah? She's good, right?
Yeah. My Sarah's up there. They don't wake her group for another 6 months, but I can wait. I didn't have a chance to tell you this and all the madness, but my little girl's pregnant. That's how I got her the seat.
It's a 2-for-1 special, huh? So that's why you've been in such a good mood since they unfroze your ass.
Don't push it, Outrider.
Yes, sir, Granddad, sir. I'll go find Jakob's shooting range.
Good. We're on standby for those probes, so stay on the alert.
You heard the captain. Let's get this perimeter built on the go.
So as you heard, all of those things have been happening on Earth. And we need to find Jakob. Jakob is our friend. There he is.
I really didn't think prayer worked. I owe you.
What's on your mind, boss? I know that look you get.
That last day got really hairy. I wasn't sure if any of us were gonna make it.
We cut it pretty close. You can't stop thinking about it either.
I know. It's insane. It was 80 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like days. My knuckles are still sore, my ears still ringing from all the gunfire.
I mean, there were thousands of them, all climbing over each other, slaughtering everyone in their way, and tried to pull down the launch tower to bash in the doors of our shuttles.
I've been in a lot of war zones, but that was fucking anarchy.
Look, it was either us getting off the planet or them, but we just did what we had to do.
We do what we have to do. We look out for each other.
Hell, we better. Other than the Captain Cuthbert, you're the only person left alive I know.
I'm the only person left alive worth knowing.
I'm glad you made it on board, you old bastard.
Me too.
What do you make of this place, Jakob?
It's perfect. Beautiful. How long you want to bet before we bury it all under concrete and plastic?
Oh, come on. You can't still be that cynical. Just look at this valley.
I don't know, boss. Maybe we all just got too much riding on this. We already have one dead planet in the rear view. If we screw this one up too,
Maybe we won't.
Sure, maybe this is really it. Maybe we can finally stop sleeping with our guns under our pillows, stop worrying about food every goddamn day. Believe me, boss. I want this to work. You have no idea. But, people don't change.
Still got your money on black, huh?
The house always wins.
Time to test my gear.
Up for some target practice, boss. Let's get started.
So we'll get to some target practice.
Ooh, fancy stuff.
Yeah, a new toy. You're the first one to test it out, boss. Think you could take on a tank? Just like riding a bike. Did I ever mention how glad I am to be on your side? Now give that sidearm a try, eh?
sidearm. You can try it.
Alright, you can stop showing off.
Back to primary weapon.
Nice. Haven't lost your touch. Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yep. Still got it.
Outrider, check on our ECA rep. See if Shearer's found any probes yet.
Restock. Talk to Shearer.
You got anyone up there in cryo?
See if he does have any other questions for us as we completed the exercise.
What's on your mind, boss? I know that look you get.
See you in a bit.
I need to get going.
I'll be here if you need me, boss.
But to be honest with you, I think the graphics here on PlayStation 4 are slightly a notch up. I'm not sure what it's to do with my setup because I have PlayStation and Sony Bravia, but it's to do with my console. But it does seem to be performing better, and I think my movement's less choppy as well. Yeah, it is. Better frame rate. But you know what? It may also be something to do with the latest update. Because the patch and the update were applied, and it's certainly a possibility. Well, this looks like we just arrived. We are to build a new colony on this planet. And Shearer is up there. That's great. Does he want to say anything to us? Possibly, possibly not. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore, so Shearer is the next person. Shearer is incredibly important, because as you'll see, she will become somebody else in no time. And at the moment she's just a rookie, she's freshly arrived to the planet and, you know, trying to get the basics sorted.
Oh my gosh. This is stunning. I wish you could have seen this, Dad.
Hey. You're Shearer, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you believe this landscape? It's so beautiful.
Now, if only we had an internet to post those to.
It's for scientific record. Besides, we'll have the internet up and running in the first 6 months. The entire thing was backed up.
I'm just pulling your leg, Shearer. Any luck with the probe?
The scan's still running. I don't know what else I can do. It's just... How can the probe signals have simply vanished?
Yeah, they said it was some kind of interference or something?
Not from space, maybe, but not from down here.
Still, seems initial readings were right. We're breathing.
Yes, but before the ECA can authorize 500,000 more people coming here, we need the probe's data to know we can support them.
And if we can't, what's the ECA's plan B?
Do you have any questions I got answers to?
How is this colonization gonna work? You're in the planning rooms, right?
Yes. We've already started disassembling the engine. We need to bring that down first. The nuclear core should give us enough power to get the colony up and running.
And when do the civilian pods start coming down?
Within a few weeks, if all goes well. First, just enough people and resources to get our infrastructure running. You know, water, food, and shelter. Then we'll keep waking folks from cryo, a few thousand at a time, no more than we can feed. Until, before you know it, you'll be standing in the middle of a city.
And meanwhile, the Flores stays up there?
The ship was built in orbit. It was never meant to land. We'll have to keep it in our skies until we're capable of space flight again. One day, maybe.
Alright, tell me the truth. You think the ECA's thought this whole plan through?
Well, my father was part of the team that designed the plan. My entire life, he helped prepare for this day. The greatest undertaking of human history.
Oh, so that's how you got on this ship, huh? Daddy smoothed your way?
No. I studied engineering. Spent years in orbit. Designed structure, drilling rivets into the hull. I helped build that ship.
So you earned your way on. Good for you.
It was my father. Just not like the way you thought. He gave up his place for me. He stayed behind.
Shit, I'm, sorry.
He would have been in awe of this place. But in the end, it's just me. It's strange not knowing anyone here.
When this is over, come hang out with us. We're not such a bad bunch.
I might take you up on that.
Hey, is that supposed to blink that way?
Oh. That's a probe.
Tanner, I think we got a signal. It's close.
Excellent work, Outrider. Now go locate the damn thing, so we can land this beauty.
Copy that.
Hey, it's an historic moment. We should document it.
For the scientific record, huh?
We took a selfie, and that selfie will be very important as you will discover. We have journal. Journal is telling you all about different characters, and Shira is a ECA engineer. Can you imagine what the world will look like in a few months, a few years? A brand new civilization, a second chance. So you get codex similar to Mass Effect. You get everything, about every single thing you face in this big open world, and you can get knowledgeable and experienced just by reading it all. Shira is part of ECA's engineering team as one among the Flores' essential crew members. She's had a hand in the ship's construction and design while it was still in Earth's orbit on Enoch, which is the planet that we are currently exploring and colonizing. She has been assigned to accompany the Outriders on landing day, so that's exactly what's happened, to gather planet data analytics and oversee the technical side of the colony's establishment. Born in Tel Aviv, she had a troubled childhood in that city's last years before war, and rising temperatures rendered the desert countries uninhabitable. Her father's position as a high-ranking city planner meant the family was able to escape before war tore the country. Resettled in Montreal, Shira was able to get an engineering education in one of the few cities that still supported universities. Shira did all she could to try and live a normal life, taking in stray animals, giving food to the hungry, but in a dying world, there was little room for people like her. An armed conflict eventually crept into Montreal. She abandoned her home and committed herself to the construction of the Flores. During her time in Earth's orbital station, she supported her father's work on the Flores. She recorded hundreds of hours in spacewalk while building the ship, and continued to such systems as life support, hard reinforcement, and solar paneling. But even for skilled engineers like Shira, seats on the Flores were hard to come by, even more so after the Caravel's launch failed. Shira's father, the only one in the family with a guaranteed seat, gave up his place for his daughter, just like she said. Well, this guy here is very evil. He's called Chris Maxwell. He appears to be English. Surprise, surprise. ECA Sergeant Major. We're not on Earth, Shira. There is no proper procedure. A high-ranking ECA officer and superior of Shira Gutman, Engineer Maxwell, is in charge of overseeing the landing on Enoch and seems to hold a fair few ambitions for his own future. Doesn't seem too keen about giving the Outriders an easy time of it. Born in the UK, long after his country had left the EU for the second time, and was half sunk into the North Sea. His world was one of Dickensian destitution and depravity, not dissimilar to the dark ages of England's feudal past. But Maxwell was clever and driven, a political animal from an early age, able to dig himself out of that morass of the strength of his relentless mind. By the time Bruno Nieberg was elected president of ECA, Maxwell was already long attached to his ship. He was already long attached to his hip as his brash and brutal young military advisor. He was never meant to have a seat on the Flores, let alone commanding a platoon of ECA soldiers, but Maxwell was never going to let that stop him from getting off Earth. He's self-centered and devious and should not be easily trusted. And then we have here Jakub Dabrowski. I've tried a mechanic. Believe me, boss, I want this to work. You have no idea, but the people do not change. Jakub's always been a scoundrel and a grudge, but there is nobody you'd rather have at your side in a battle. Originally from Poland, Jakub lost his parents in the siege of Warsaw, grew up scrounging on the streets. He managed to escape to the States by boat as a young refugee, where he was happy to take up arms as a mercenary as long as he got 3 meals a day. Well, I need 3 meals a day too, and I'm not going to be fleeing to the US. Jakub signed as a mechanic and driver under Jack Tanner the same day you were recruited. The fight of the next 5 years, you face combat together, more items than you can count, fighting for whatever country was paying you. You and Jakub were the only survivors of a squad airdropped into Venezuela during the fall of Caracas. Managed to extract 3 high-profile assets. You lasted 9 months together in a Syrian prison camp in '73, along with Tanner. You and Jakub survived a chopper crash in Zagros Mountains and walked all the way to Karamanshah. On landing day on Enoch, Jakub is the Outrider responsible for driving and maintaining your truck as you secure a perimeter for the first human colony. This will likely to be the last time you have to serve together if all goes according to plan. And then we have also our friend there, Jack Tanner, Outrider captain. And you can see really the story already is massive. So you can imagine if they produce Outriders, there will be always a chance for prequels, because what's happened before they got to the colony will be with lots of different battles on Earth. So really the capacity for the game to be developed further is, you know, almost infinite. It's a really good idea. This planet is our last chance, Outrider. We will not get another. Veteran of many Earth's worst final wars, Tanner roamed the globe as the leader of a highly trained group of mercenaries, lending their services to the highest bidder. As a mercenary captain, Tanner was known for his effectiveness but notorious for his unorthodox methods. After a great number of the original Outriders died in the Caravel catastrophe, the ECA approached Tanner with a proposition: rebuild the Outriders and embody their ideals to serve as humanity's vanguard. Tanner took the gig, gathered together the best of his team. You were among the first he approached, and he offered you a place at his side among the Outriders. Joining Tanner on the Flores is his daughter Sarah, who also happens to be pregnant. She remains in cryostasis. Tanner leads the Outriders on the first mission to Enoch to be first boots on the ground and secure the planet for the 500,000 souls aboard on the SM Flores that will follow them down. We have some groups in there, so that is the Outriders. Who are the Outriders? The Outriders were formed by the leaders of the Enoch Colonization Authority, a hand-picked group of the finest specialists with scientific, engineering and military expertise for the purpose of serving as humanity's vanguard. As chaos unfolded on Earth and cities fell into the rubble, the Outriders were sent as rescue squads into lawless, destroyed places and escorted people to safety. The Outriders became heroes in the eyes of many. But it was not to last. Disaster struck ranks when most of the original Outriders died in the Caravel catastrophe. But only a few months before the Flores' launch, the ECA was left without a frontline force to scout ahead, establish a safe perimeter on the new planet and protect the population from any threats. In a mad scramble to rebuild the group, ECA recruited the new Outriders from various mercenary forces and guns for hire, here Jack Tanner as the leader. The Outriders were once considered to be the best humanity had to offer. Many among the ECA are skeptical of the new hires, regarding them as nothing more than gun-tooting opportunists, loyal only to themselves. To peace concerns, the ECA has assigned Staff Sergeant Charles Maxwell to oversee the operations upon landing on Enoch. Maxwell's scathing criticism of the Outriders are no secret. But the question remains, these new untested Outriders will be the first boots on Enoch, thus to secure the region in which our colony will be established, pave the way for all of us who will follow. Can we really trust these Outriders for the future of humanity? Absolutely. And what's this? Enoch Colonization Authority. The Enoch Colonization Authority, so that's the full name of that abbreviation ECA. I actually wonder what it was, not read it really, as we're doing it on Xbox. Was the governmental body created by former heads of state and CEOs of multinational corporations working together to shepherd project expansion. The ECA was responsible for overseeing the construction of the Forest Ark ship, the Caravel Scout ship, and the formation of the Outriders, charged with spearheading the colonization of Enoch. Once on Enoch, the ECA would undertake the role of central authority, overseeing logistics and establishing law and order for the human colony. Bruno Nyberg was the first elected president and travelled with the forest to Enoch. Okay, history and law. Outriders mission. Well, that's lots of things to read, so we actually will skip this for the time being. We'll crack on with some action, because I think everyone's a bit trigger happy. Everybody wants to see what's happening in that. So we've talked to Shira. Locate the probe. We need to locate the probe. Okay, I'll make myself a cup of tea in the meantime as well. Alright, so let's have a look. Where's the probe?
Heads up, I got movement. 9 o'clock, something big.
All units stay alert. Guard the perimeter. Hold your fire until we know what we're dealing with.
Oh, I got eyes on some kind of hyena-looking cow things.
Yeah, I'm seeing them over here too. A whole herd of them.
Are we sure all the wildlife around here are vegetarian? Herbivores? We call them herbivores? Whatever. They look pretty ugly, you ask me.
No, they're astonishing. I bet they can be domesticated.
One of those cow things is sunning itself right on my path.
Hey, maybe you can get close enough to get a DNA sample.
Not exactly a priority, but if I can get close without spooking it, I'll try. Nah, scared it off. But I've secured the objective.
Fantastic.
Got some kind of storm brewing. Cap, found the probe. Looks like it landed pretty hard, but the data seems intact.
Copy that. Transmitting to HQ now. Good work, Outrider.
Hold on. Tanner? I'm picking up a second signal, but something's weird about this one.
Weird?
The pitch is rising and falling? It's supposed to be a steady tone.
Outrider Alpha to HQ. Hold off on calling in that green light. We got another probe out here to analyze.
Negative, Alpha. Your job is done.
Damn it. Maxwell, listen to me. We can't afford to make mistakes. Give us time.
Any more time and we lose our orbital window. We have the data, I'm calling it in. You want to keep searching? Don't blame me if you find trouble. Over and out.
All right, Outriders. Rendezvous back with the convoy. Let's go find that stray.
Just going to go back to the convoy, by the looks of it. frame rate's been improved. I can tell that. I'm not sure whether this is to do with PlayStation or the patch, the new maintenance. We'll see. We'll try it on Xbox as well. This is performing better, without a hint of doubt. Just want to tell everyone, we just landed on this new planet, so we're going to colonize it. We are the survivors from Earth, and Outriders are the outfit that we are indeed the members of. And we are like guardians, you know, like warriors. And we need to explore the planet to make sure it is safe and sound for everyone to inhabit. Afraid that's similar to The Witcher.
Hey, Cuthbert.
Oh, I see. This
Any
is what they
updates?
were complaining about.
The
Yeah,
probe
yeah,
signal
yeah.
is mostly noise, but I've tracked its source. There.
Hope you all brought your galoshes.
The developer said they will resolve the issue of shaky camera
Yakov.
during the
Same
cutscenes.
shit, different planet.
Oczywiście. Piece of shit. Electronics are freezing up.
Trucks are down. We continue on foot.
Soldier, your primary focus is here. Understand? We keep moving. Eyes up.
Well, he looks like somebody from Gears.
Choke on your own spit, dude.
It's nothing, I'm good.
Jesus. Get back to the ship! Alert the medics!
What's going on?
Hey, stay back!
Get a medic to the south perimeter.
God damn it.
Well, they're in for a surprise. I think I know that's the way they wanted that.
Tanner,
shaky
got eyes on the
camera.
probe.
They wanted to be tense.
I got movement. Heading in.
It's like a handheld camera, you know? You're entering an area with POV. So our hero is going to be investigating, popping in, having a look. We lost about 90 minutes of our broadcast due to that maintenance. It's so annoying. Because we could have started a lot earlier, 1 o'clock, and there you are. You never know. We've had this with so many games of late, with Apex and with Warzone. Well, it's like, you know, live services that need to be fully functional. Any maintenance, any problems, and you cannot get anywhere.
ECA HQ. We've encountered biological hazard. Requesting quarantine procedure at base.
Damn it, Tanner! I told you bozos not to go and mess up this operation. It's my name on the line with this landing, and you have no authority over me.
Maxwell! Shit. Unit 2, stay at your position. We are heading your way. Prepare the med tent in case we need to act fast.
Olivia Cuthbert. I've seen a lot of people kissing the dead after 83 years frozen in cryo. Well, I hate the dead. Someone point me to the closest bar. A specialist technician among the Outriders, Cuthbert has been assigned to assist Shira Gutman in isolating and tracking down the digital signatures left behind by the ECA exploratory probes sent to Enoch's surface. Before she was an Outrider, Cuthbert was a getaway driver, a late-night bouncer, a radio DJ, anything to keep out of trouble. But trouble always found a way of finding her. She lost both her parents at the age of 12 in the San Francisco riots. Back when the major utilities were shutting down, she managed to survive on her own in one of the refugee camps across the Golden Gate Bridge when San Francisco had gone dark, torn apart by gangs. It wasn't long before she was a gangbanger herself and would have died out there if not for Captain Tanner. He saw something in her, gave her a spot in his brigade, apprenticed her to the tech team. Over the years, Cuthbert's growing technical expertise has gotten you and Jakob out of several very tricky situations you always seem to find yourselves caught up in. Cuthbert has had very few friends, but you're one of them. And another chap there is Magnus Carstead. This valley reminds me of my parents' farm. Yeah, I saw it all side into the ocean with its mountains. There was something once. Forward reconnaissance operative, Carstead typically takes front position on the Outriders ventures into hostile and all unknown territories. He was raised among the fjords of Norway, but managed to get one of the last ships out when the earthquakes turned that whole country into a wasteland. Raised in one refugee camp after another, Carstead would have been dead long ago if he hadn't found his way into Tanner's band of mercenaries. He learned how to fight with the best of them. He's a survivor, having escaped more war zones and fallen cities than he cares to count. He even saved Carstead's skin a couple of times back on Earth. He feels indebted to you for it now, of the few to make it alive off the Earth. Carstead is looking forward to finally relaxing and living a long, lazy life, which, sadly, he is not going to get. That's Enoch, isn't it? The Valley. History and log. Keep these ones unchecked. Visit them some other time. So, we need to locate the second point. This looks very much like Anthem below.
Hey boss, we lost you.
I'm getting our straight probe. How's Scarstead?
He looks like shit.
Any idea what this black gunk is?
Some kind of saprophyte or mycelium? But this collects samples.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, you want to play? Then let's play. Captain, I got attacked by one of those cow things. Something drove it crazy. I had to put it down. Keep an eye out.
Copy that, Outrider. Now move your ass and find that probe.
Alien creature. So we should be able to see the alien creature. Hang on, where is it then? No, that's not it. That can probably be. That's not it. Oh, I know what it is. It's probably one of these. No. So where's the inventory there? Hang on, it's not. Getting previously. Funds, that's it. It's not giving it. reason. Trying to work out how to get the inventory up to now. So it's not on these buttons. On this button. Should be the D button, but yeah, right. Touchpad. I just completely forgot about the touchpad. You know, it's crazy. So that's journal, history and law enemies. We've seen one enemy in there, and this is alien creature. So one of the first sightings of mammalian life in Enoch, sometimes referred to as the space cow. These pachyderms seemed peaceful until one of them went rabid and attacked you in the forest using its heavy build to stubbornly charge you again and again. So we've seen that creature.
Tanner, I found it.
Good work. Get the drive, so get the hell out.
Wait, hold on. This thing's just in relay mode. Tanner, the signal isn't coming from the probe. It's coming from outside our search zone, somewhere else on the planet.
That's impossible. There is nobody else. Secure the hard drive. We'll analyze that signal back at base.
Copy. Ugh! Damn it! Something's frying it, Tanner.
Give us the frequency.
Carrier frequency is 97 point... Tanner? Do you copy? Oh, shit. Tanner, I'm seeing some really strange shit down here. What the fuck?
Did manage to get away with some difficulty.
Come on!
I got heavy casualties. Possible contamination. I need quarantine set up at base. You copy? Shit. Maxwell, what the fuck is all this?
What does it look like?
Sergeant Major, sir, we have to follow quarantine procedure and hold the landing. Whatever the original reports about this planet, they were wrong. There's some kind of anomaly. If we land now, one will die.
There's no holding the landing. It's too late for that. There's nowhere else to go.
Tanner, here! We need help!
We need medics! See to them! Hurry!
No, stop. They're contaminated. Contaminated. If we contain them, that's an order.
You always were an asshole. Look around you. We got men and women in need of medical attention. Now get your asses in gear and do the right thing, or I'm gonna have to...
No!
Contain this. Now. And burn the fucking bodies.
Maxwell's lost his goddamn mind.
I'll take care of the wounded. Just hold them back.
Jakob, cover me.
I gotcha. Riders, stand down! That's an order!
Sure. Right after you call off the goddamn goon.
Sergeant Major, the entire colonization is threatened. We need to warn the forest.
Your Outriders are the ones who stirred up this threat, imperiled this mission.
Bullshit.
This is working better. All these items to pick up. Backup rifle. You can always adjust this. So this is 106, that's 126. We'll just enable it immediately. First one picked up.
Maxwell set up a blockade. He's gonna burn everything down.
Why?
So he can tell the story his way. How the Outriders fucked everything. He needs to die.
Outrider, wait. Maxwell is the only one who can call off the landing. You need to get him to region.
So this is the rifle in the picture. Other demo. Always remember to reload, it's very important in this game.
Traitors! Don't let them near!
completed Tempest. We need to confront him.
Do the right thing! Call it in! Call it in! Postpone the fucking landing!
It's too late.
Can you help me with the wounded? We have to get them to MedLab.
Over here!
Come on!
I think there was a cut in there. We didn't see when she eliminated Maxwell. For whatever reason, I didn't see when he got eliminated. So there was a glitch. That played well on Xbox. We didn't have any jumps.
We're almost there. I think we're gonna be fine. Here.
Make it happen!
What are you doing?
I'm putting you back into cryo until MedLab can save your fucking life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm done for.
Pep talks aren't really my thing.
So you could see my character's gone into cryostasis, and I'm going to be staying there for a while. So we should have really acquired an achievement. We completed the prologue. This is the end of prologue, and at this point we can bring in our multiplayer friends. So a short break, and then we'll see whether we can bring anyone else in. That's the idea.
When is something truly over? Was it when your people left Earth behind? Was it when you watched the first spaceship crash and burn? Was it when you saw your fellow Outriders crumble at your feet? Was it watching yourself die? But Enoch isn't done with you yet, Outrider. Like I always say, it ain't over till it's over.
You, what year are you from? What year?
What?
Is this your pod? Where were the uplink nodes?
Come on, Doc. We need to go. They're coming.
Wait, we can't just leave them here. These are Outriders.
They're not why we're here.
I'm sorry.
And she finds a different world out there. She realizes many years have gone by. Proper colony.
Don't move, asshole! Captain! Not another one!
Outrider. Thought your kind was all dead.
Dead. Uncuff me and find out.
The anomaly's coming. Let's see how fast you can run. To no man's land, like the others.
goddamn mouth! Hey, soldier, you're ECA too, right? When we get to no man's land, we gotta stick together if we want to survive.
Survive what?
Getting our asses fried by the big storm. Hey, I told you two to shut the hell up! We're here! Come on!
Go back! Go back! What the hell's happening? They've got an alternate. Tearing our guns apart. You need to get out of here. But where? Storm's coming. You think the alternate care about a storm?
Shit. Take the back way through the bridge.
We're not gonna make it. There's a talker right here. Get cover.
Rob, the captain of the show, are you out of your gun?
Watch out! Can't see! Help me! Help! What are we doing? Leave me alone!
No? Your man was wounded! That's better that way! Don't struggle! Go!
How long has it been?
What?
This war, how fucking long?
Who knows? Since before I was born!
That's fucking impossible! Come on, open the goddamn gates!
And move! Hold tight! Almost there!
Almost where? Where are you taking us? What's supposed
The
to
hell
be?
is the matter with you? You just wake up or something?
Cryo,
Well, let me catch you up real quick. That paradise you Outriders promised us, guess what we've got instead? Goddamn alien storms! No shelter, no food, just kicked to the curb like exiles while your ECA pals got fat in their bunker.
Bullshit! It wasn't like that. We lost electronics. We could have left you all to rot in your cryo car. But we didn't. We saved you, ungrateful.
How many times did I tell you to shut up?
It's open. Better hold your breath.
Welcome to the Valley of Death, asshole!
This can't be happening! You people are insane! All of this is fucking insane!
Hell yeah, it is!
we've come to the area where we are acquiring one of the special skills. As you could see, our character can choose amongst 4, which in fact will be applicable to different members of a team. And I didn't forget whether it's 3 or 4 people that we play here with. I think it's 4 then, in view of the special skills. So is it 3? No, it's 3. But we can choose some from Technomancer, we can choose Pyromancer, Trickster, Devastator. So let's just have a look. Let's choose Technomancer. And then if you want to follow this path, we'll just click on Following. Long range support gadgets, manipulate the anomaly to animate constructs and bend them to your will, aiding allies and killing enemies from far. So you're manipulating the anomaly. The anomaly is this enemy that's basically like that dreadful force in Prometheus and Alien, you know, that sort of melts you, destroys you from within. As the Technomancer, you'll recover a portion of the damage you deal as health. Because Pyromancer, medium range, Conjurer and Fire. Cover poison flames, incinerate entire squads and heal your own wounds as enemies fall to Inferno. As the Pyromancer, you will recover health whenever enemies marked by your skills are killed. This is the power used in our streams, and as I played on Xbox. Xbox is, I mean, the character in there was using this with great skill, and it was aiding our combat abilities, so that was very, very good. So we may choose it here as well, we'll see. Trickster, close range hit and run ability. Bend the laws of space and time to appear out of nowhere, assassinate your enemies, and return to safety in the blink of an eye. As the Trickster, each enemy kills in close range heals you and grants you a portion of shield. So you can see they are really specific to a team member, and if you're doing a squad game, then you will need to consider whether you're having it long range, medium range, close range, and how this is going to be working together with your tactics. The last one is Devastator, close range, tank, stand your ground. Take point and defend your allies. Ground and foes alike will tremble as you pass. It's like an earthquake, right? As the Devastator, you will recover health from slain enemies that stood too close. So in fact, I think for the purpose of the exercise, as I will be doing it together with other people, I'll choose Pyromancer again, but maybe at a later stage we'll choose something else. We'll see. Follow this path. Yeah, if you choose it, then you cannot change it any more later. So we'll choose this one. This is Pyromancer. And therefore we'll use it more or less straight away. See, I wasn't killed due to these special abilities that I have. Glorious.
Okay.
So I'm ready for more action. Need to find out what's happening here. Journal entry. Eyes up, Outriders. Welcome to the Outriders demo. So we're going to chapter 1. We just completed prologue. Welcome to the Outriders demo. In this demo you'll be able to experience the first many regions from the Outriders epic journey through Enoch. So first of all, experience the story. You are going to be able to reach character level 7 and world tier 5. You will also be able to hold a maximum of 25,000 and 10 currencies, so do not hoard and spend. Well, what you need to do is, if you are getting some money, you need to buy better quality gear from vendors. So do not hesitate to sell some of the old gear, or the gear which is no longer of an applicable level, and then get the money for those and spend it on the best one. Explore Rift Town. The demo has no time limit, so check out vendors, finish all of 4 side quests, and discover all of the journal entries. So plenty of activities for us to have. Test all 4 classes. After completing the prologue, you will be able to skip between your characters. Feel free to jump back in and quickly experience all 4 Outrider classes. Well, I guess we need to replay it in order to change the class, because we've just been told this is not something we can alter as our character carries on. Charles Maxwell, we read all about him. We don't want to spend any more time on him. Alright, so we need to get to the other side.
I need to get out of here.
And we need to win the battles.
I just gotta get across this hellhole. Whatever the fuck's happening, I don't belong on this side. What in the... Oh, shit.
Throwing grenades!
How is this happening to me?
I thought the other gun was a bit more effective, right?
Who the hell are you people? Huh. Guess it's shoot first, questions later!
Oh, look at this. Okay, that worked well. Are there, believe you me. The battles here are fierce and we need to restock. Okay. Ammunition. Well, there is.
Fuck this! Run! Hold your position!
They got a freak! Fall back! Are they running from me? All right. I could get used to this.
Oh, we are rusty. That's good. Rusty. Oh, you should have been gone. No grenades. Make sure you evade these grenades because they are deadly. Where is he? He was close. That was good. Yeah, there will be more. All those nasty enemies ahead. We'll get some more loot. And I do want to see if we are getting anything else. I'm barefoot. Oh, well, well, well. We definitely need some better gear because that is not going to last us long. There must be ahead.
Son of a...
Oh no! That's ridiculous. Didn't really pay enough attention. Come on. Ammunition replenished. Okay. grenade will not do. There's one left. Who's done now? Okay. Oh, I did get it. Alright, I forgot. Once you unlock other abilities, then... Oh yeah, we need to put this immediately. As you can see in the middle, we have 3 special abilities, and once we unlock the other 2, we can use them perfectly. And they're really quite powerful, really useful. Okay, let's just equip this. We need to equip these trousers. Oh, it's automatic, okay, fair enough. That's because we didn't have anything else on us before. Which is useful, don't have to waste time doing it. Yeah. Nothing worse than standing on your cord and then nearly pulling off your headset. Hate that. Let's see what the other guys are.
Watch my safety!
These flares. This storm. I've seen this before. In the forest. When we landed.
Follow the trench. Clear the area. Some captains in there. Okay. I'm dying for a cup of tea. Can't make it now before I finish this. Because the initial period is quite hectic.
This can't be real.
Hate skeletons. Hated skeletons. Pick up his minigun. Oh no. That's not very good, is it? Going to Waltier 2. So you can see Waltier's. Look at this. Oh, it's more than 15. I think for the full game it's about 30. And it looks like I managed to get a reward. Claim reward. One reward claimed. Okay. So we'll have a look at the rewards. What did I get? Now I need to survive. I'm going to see what other rewards I was getting. Nothing. Oh no, I've got it. Skills. Feed the flames. Assigned. Heat wave. Assigned. Okay. Thanks. Class. New points. Okay, that will be unlocked later. Okay, all looking good. Now we need to survive. So many people popping in earlier, and then as the live services came back on, everyone disappeared. And guess why? Because everybody wants to play the game. And people came to my channel, saw that I was streaming it, and they couldn't get in. And guess what? I couldn't get in either. We're all in the same boat. Right, we completed Carnage, so that's good. I need to get a cup of tea, need to have a short break. Oh, we need to be migrating to Warzone.
Altered. I could smell the storm in your blood, your stink of Enoch. Your kind are abominations, exile.
Who the hell are you?
Outrider. Impossible. Such untapped power, such confusion. You want answers. Whatever you were before, you're something new now. A second life. Don't waste it.
Who was that?
Lord Seth? He's altered. And he's a little man. A little man.
Altered? What the fuck does that mean?
You don't know what you are. Where'd you steal that uniform?
I didn't. It's mine.
Yeah? If he's really an outrider, then you fight on the wrong side, Altered.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. The Grand Marshal, she'll explain. Come.
So hopefully now we had arrived to the settlement, and it's the settlement where we are going to be deciding on our activities. We'll meet Shira and get reacquainted with Jakub, and similar to you know, the settlements in the Division or the Tower in Destiny, we'll have our social hub in there. Curious to see how this will work with other people in it. There's lots of activities and lots of places with stalls and vendors and various other people. Beautifully designed, I'd say. Really wonderful. And it does look better on PlayStation, I must admit. I'm not sure what it's to do with my Xbox or what, but it does look better. More polished, brighter colours, 4K graphics, razor sharp. And I've got to say, with the latest maintenance, the choppiness of frame rate's gone. So that's terrific. I'll try it on Xbox in my own time today, just to see whether the update would have made any difference. And then we'll see. Hoping that, you know, the games will be performing perfectly on both consoles, because that is what we want to see in all circumstances. Right, the time's coming to the hour for Warzone, so I'm curious to see whether Paphos is there. That
Where is she?
lost yesterday.
There.
What is that?
Go.
This is the base. This is the new settlement.
Do whatever you have to do, Lieutenant.
This is Shira.
Shira?
You're alive.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
You came from their side. You got any intel for us?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, I got a war to win, so either you help me, or you get back into cryo.
Hold on. I've just woken up to mud and shit. I've been asleep for God knows how many years.
31 years. So for 31 years, I've been seeing people fight and die while you were getting comfy in cryo. So excuse me for not throwing you a little welcome party.
31 years in stasis.
What happened to you?
The anomaly. That's what happened.
You mean that storm?
We told them not to land. Anything more advanced than a grease engine got fried. All our data wiped out. We couldn't grow crops or make medicine, so we ended up in the same place as when we left Earth. Just killing each other over the little we have left.
Why didn't you go somewhere else? The Outriders could have...
The Outriders are dead.
What?
And the anomaly keeps us in this fucking valley. We can't go anywhere else. You don't get it, do you? You think you're dreaming? This is real. Believe me, it's fucking real. So whether you like it or not, you're stuck here in the mud and shit like the rest. You should have never woken up.
Warden, miss out on all this?
Grand Marshal, we were too late. The hounds have him. He's been taken underground.
Well, get him back.
Well, it may be our side, but that's not our turf, ma'am. I'm not losing people over Jakub.
Jakub? He's still alive?
Not for much longer, it seems.
Then I'll go find him.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Never mind. We've got it covered.
Surgeons took everything I had left.
Warzone Valley. This is where we are.
In trouble and I need to go save his ass. At least some things never change.
The History of Madness by R.T. Elliott, the official archive. 31 years ago, D1's Green Valley, that stretched between the forest and mountains, formed the habitable zone. The small expanses where the colonists first established their presence on Enoch. Now the valley is a war zone made up of trenches and squalid settlements. Dugouts, saps, and a meandering maze of trench formations scar the valley. A smattering of fortifications and bunkers interrupt the monotony. The northern region is occupied by the insurgents, the southern by the ECA, so they're fighting a war. The front line of war moves constantly and is rarely over a straight line. The conflict is decidedly stagnant, both sides achieving as many victories as they suffer defeats. On the front lines can be found the most unfortunate, living in rudimentary shelters, built to offer a little cover from rain and anomaly storms and even less cover from artillery fire. The living quarters are practically outposts, and jump too high out of bed is to invite a sniper's bullet. Right, so we really have come to the end of prologue and the first section of chapter 1. And basically we are more than ready now to be bringing in our friends. if indeed we wish to do so. So as you can see, you come to the game menu, you have world tiers, you can choose, you can obviously ascend or descend, increase or decrease the world tier difficulty level depending on how you want to play the game. I always advise people to play it on the low difficulty levels initially to master, to polish the skills, and then crack on with perhaps the upper numbers, and then you get better quality loot, because greater difficulty level, better the loot. It's the usual rule of thumb in RPGs. And then we want to play with friends, so we click on that. You can see we have a list of people who are playing the game. Let's see, 15 people playing the game. No, 15 people are online. Okay. So let me see. These are booths, cars, Labra. Okay, playing Outriders. Friends playing Outriders will appear on this list. Oh, so people are playing Outriders. Okay. No, that's not true. Nil. The number is nil, so I work for that. Okay. Generate a game code, join a game using code. We'll all work this out as we bring our friends in. Hopefully Sekapupu also did download the game. And then we can have a three-piece, Spur, Sekapupu and Miller, imported directly from Warzone. That could be cool. Or from Destiny. Cool to have the same squad migrating into different worlds. I love the idea. Right, we've come to the end of our Outriders stream for today. Thank you for joining us and thank you for supporting the channel. I need to tell you we had a bit of a rough ride here because the maintenance was affecting the game, and for quite some time, for about 90 minutes, we couldn't get access to the server. We talked a bit about some game-related issues. We had a bit of a chat, but not many people responded. I've had so many people popping in from different platforms. I could see them watching. Nobody said anything. And come on, I mean, if you were doing demos of Outrider on PS4 or Xbox or PC during the last 10 days, surely you could have sent a message saying, yeah, I like it, I don't like it, or whatever. But everyone's preoccupied, probably waiting to see whether I knew how to crack the server in order to get connectivity, because when you have maintenance performed, then there is no connectivity, not just to this server, but to any other anywhere. That is what happens with live games. I should say the games which run to live servers. And this game is not going to have a live server which is similar to Destiny or The Division, with an ever-evolving world with active participants 24/7, but it will need to have server connectivity in order to function. So, one of those things. Therefore, we're delayed, and I hate that. I've been delayed with Apex, The Division, with Destiny, and sometimes we get warnings in advance. And as a streamer, if you're scheduled for a stream at 1 o'clock, the update needs to be downloaded. It will take 2 or 3 hours. Everything is just completely destroyed. And quite frankly, I really don't appreciate it, because we could be streaming another game on the day, and due to my internet speeds, I can't be downloading the game and streaming at the same time, because obviously everything would be completely unworkable. You couldn't see lag and all sorts of problems with the stream. So anyway, the way it is as it stands, which means we have Destiny. We have Outriders on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and we are playing it. And I've got to say, the game is performing significantly better on PlayStation 4. Whether it's to do with the versions that we're having, or whether it's to do with the recent maintenance and patch, we will find out later today when we just migrate to Xbox and have a look. But certainly it is looking happier and brighter compared to the last couple of weeks. So that's all very good. Hope you enjoy the stream. Hope you're enjoying Outriders demo. Hope you are going to be joining us here with the multiplayer, because I almost finished everything in the first section on Xbox, the first selection of my streams on Xbox, and we're just doing everything from the beginning here in order to enable Sekapupu, Spurs or any other community member to join us. And therefore we are going to be harvesting, collecting loot and doing firefights. We can always go back and forth, as you've seen. The time in there is allowing us to do this. So that is exactly what will happen from tomorrow. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting our channel and our Outriders novel community. We will have the game here on the channel once it's released, so get ready for that. Looks like a wonderful, wonderful story-driven game, similar to Mass Effect and Destiny. So obviously us, veterans of these games, we are absolutely and truly delighted. Right, so now it's the time for us to be migrating to Gdansk and Warzone. So stay with us, I'll be back in 5 minutes with Warzone. So for anyone else who's departing, I wish you a very, very good afternoon, and everybody else who's staying with us on various platforms, will bring you many more dynamic battles and matches in Gdansk as we proceed very, very shortly. Stay with us, jump in, let us know, we are back in 5.
I'm gonna be better if I'm getting one of my ships. Ain't nobody stupid enough to come around.